Hi Becky, I'm going to try to teach you how to create forms in this tutorial. So the first thing you're going to do is come to the contact area back here. The contact forms automatically populate to, hold on, let me think about it. They populate to this, the contact form database here. So if you go to contact form DB and select a form, so you might want to name your forms a little differently so that it's easier if you're going to do a whole bunch of them, but you select the form that you want. And you'll see all the people who have signed up, and you can click here, choose a type, and export the file. So it'll automatically go into this database no matter what form you create. To create a form, you're going to come up here on the left, and you're going to go to Contact. The easiest way to do this will be to duplicate one of the forms that's already been created. I would say the best form would be this sign up form, the main one that I created for you. So let's just make a copy of that, and this can be your kind of sample one that you can use if you want to. So it'll call it form copy, but if you want to, you can actually change the name of it. I think. Let's see. Okay, maybe you can't change the name of it. I'll come back to that in a minute. So the way that this works is, here is the form questions, and you can see here this is what a drop-down menu looks like. So to add a new section, you want to make some space here, and then on the right do generate tag, and you can generate a drop-down menu or checkboxes if you want to do checkboxes. You can decide if it's going to be a required field or not. So let's say, no, we're not requiring this. You can put your choices, and you put one per line. So let's just say dogs, cats, pigs, cows. And down here, it's going to create for you a code that you have to copy over here. Above the code, you want to put the title. So whatever the question or comment is that they're selecting from, you can put that just above. Down at the bottom, you always want to make sure you don't delete your submit and send button, and you always want to make sure you don't delete your name and email area. It can be a little bit finicky, and if you delete something that it wants in there, it will stop working. So once you have all your fields configured, you can delete if you want to, delete some sections, get rid of things that you're not using. You can delete. And then down here on the right has to match this area up on the top. So this is the part that gets a little bit confusing. You have to, so say we just added this animal type. You can come down here and add animal type, and then you need to copy this part right here, the menu 815. You'll see it here, how it says menu 471. What this does is it formats the answers that they put in into an email for you and also into the database. It basically creates a link of sorts. So you need to make sure that whatever you put up here has a matching piece down here. So for this one, the one that I just created for dogs and cats, we could take menu 815, put it right here, and add a bracket on each side so that it's in a box just like the rest of these sample ones are. You can also do it, when you create it, if you remember, when you create your drop-down list, it'll give you this right here, which you can drag down into this area as well, so that the email will get sent out correctly and it'll go in the database correctly. And I think that that's about all. After you've created your form, if you want to put it on a page, you copy this code. So this is your short code. Create a new page. Oops, I forgot to save that. I hope it saves. So create a new page. And then just paste your code right in like this, and then you can put text above and below. I'll make this a private page. And then every time you create a form, I would recommend filling it out and making sure it works. If you don't want a default selected option here, like this one I set up to not have a default so it's not confusing, or they don't pick one just because it's there already. If you want to remove that, you can go to Forms, for it. Oh, contact. I'm sorry. So go to forms, find the one that you created, edit that form. Unfortunately, it seems like won't let me change the name of the form. So you might want to make a spreadsheet or a list somewhere that just keeps track for you of the different forms that you use and what each one is, because I can't find a way to rename it for some reason. So that's just a general. If you click add new, I know it'll let you create one, but it won't bring over any of this extra content. So you can do it that way too, just by clicking add new. So the last thing I was going to show you is this include blank tag right here. If you put this into your code just before the list with a space and save it, then your sample form, instead of defaulting to the first one here, will have a blank space on it, like these other ones do. So now it's not auto-selected. So if you have any other questions, just let me know, but those are the basic things you have to do. I hope it helps.